Bitches, what's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Down to the feeding!
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we all doing today? Brian in the house. What's up, buddy? How have you been? Uh, I know how you've been. I've talked to you like on basically more than I've ever. So thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure for all your help, for the good talk we had on Friday. It was a Brian weekend. What's up, David? Yeah, David's not done. David's not done. Take him back. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it was a good weekend. So, I wouldn't mind going. I wouldn't mind a whole another extra day, you know? Good morning, Bukes. Bukes. How are you, sir? How have you been? I'm curious, Bukes. Has that company that you've been reaching out to daily to support your team have you gotten any interaction from that account at all? Like, is it an actual like active on X account? I see it all the time, and I try to engage with your post, but I don't do it as much as I want to or I should. But I'm just curious if you've had like even like a like from the company like whatsoever. Well, what's up, MP? I'd like to return. Damn it! I got a sore throat. Stop making me laugh. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. You don't got one of those like snow blowers, just go right on through it, or is it not a good thing for where you are? I know it's like hit and miss with certain things. Not yet. Dang it. That's crazy. Well, we might have to like work on that. I mean, you got a big support system, so I do. It's taller than oh shit. You poor guy. Morning. What's up, Chels? I don't know. Jason asked me if Jason popped up and said he's awake. So he's probably out running and playing with those doggos and enjoying the sunrise, getting those early morning rays, good for his hair and his skin. What's up, Dan? Good morning. Yeah, I know. Look, can't all just be sitting here in the office while it's still dark out at 5:30 with nothing better to do but this. Uh yeah, right, exactly. No, I'm sure he'll be on here soon ish. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? What's up? What's up? David missed you last week on Chels. He really wanted someone to spam the chat and banter with. He felt alone. I think it was Friday. Was it Friday, David? Thursday or Friday? One of those days. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. How was everyone's weekend? I'm going to go into my weekend, but if you got a minute to let me know how your weekend was, what you did, what you accomplished, let's see, how can I tie this into the reading? How you made your kids feel that they were enough just being the them that they are, uh, and not because of their grades or their accomplishments or whatever. Don't tell Ryan or Jason that I got into the reading that early. Either needed a good spar. I was able to secure a gecko this weekend. Nice. A real one? Like you got a real gecko for your kids? That'd be dope. That'd be dope. I know which one. I'm just messing around. But we're not gonna tell Chels. Don't tell Chels. Um, but yeah, well here, look, here's G
Good morning, Dom.
thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There he goes. Yep.
I had to do a little tech restart here.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What's going on, man?
Just got out of the shower. Um, getting my orange Celsius out of the way.
Nice. Nice. Best way to start the day.
Back
That
to
coffee nonsense.
back to cans.
Yeah.
It's sunny. It's relatively warm. Hovering
Good.
around a 7 out of 10. Not too bad.
Okay. Sweet.
How are you? Weekend.
Um,
Good.
Weekend was great. We got a lot done and accomplished. We had Friday was a I don't remember what me and Amy did during the day. I think it was like a divide and conquer. She had some errands to run. I had some work to do. Pick the kids up. Bailey's always got something. Then our mother-in-law came down and we had a uh, four couple outing, appetizers, drinks, that kind of stuff. I drank a little too much. I think the beef dip did me wrong. The next day I was not feeling well, but I powered through it. Amy took the kids, the younger kids on Saturday. She took them up to her mom's house, their new place, because they got like 5 or 6 inches of snow, 7 inches of snow, something like that. So she went up there and spent the night. They spent Saturday and Sunday up there. Me and Bailey couldn't go because she had a basketball game to cheer for. So I went to that and watched the game. It was like a complete blowout. This girls' varsity team just like destroyed this other team. It wasn't even like they were playing the same game. And then I drove up to be with to go to the snow on Sunday and hung out for a couple hours. We put some new knobs on their kitchen cabinets. Amy and I, little husband wife teamwork. Um, then played in the snow and then came back home and I barbecued a whole bunch of food and just hung out. It's a good weekend.
Yeah, no weekend is complete without
Never
multiple
order the
barbecue
beef dip.
pictures from Dom.
I
Good
know.
morning, Chels and David. Yeah, little cone. I used the cone this morning. How odd is that?
It's really, I think it's like blowing the mind. It's blowing the minds of the masses right now.
Let's just do a little more.
Have you
This
ever
is
been
the way
told,
I
have you ever
wake
been told have you ever been told you look dapper?
up. Occasionally when I shower. Yeah.
And if
I'm,
you and if you were to and if you were to connect a animal to the trait dapper and create another J friend for us, dapper what?
Dapper dinosaur. Absolutely.
Nice, nice. Who the
Dapper
f is
dino.
keeping track of these? Because these are gold. I wish I was.
I have been making sketches. Like I have an entire set of 250 of my own V friends. I call them JT friends. I'm gonna sell them.
Yeah, see, Dan, this is what I think about every time I barbecue, especially in February. I think about this. How the hell do the rest of you guys eat? Like, if you are in Wisconsin or you're Ryan Turner in New York and you live in a little tiny apartment, like stacked with neighbors, you guys just can't grill for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months out of the year? I don't. How do people live?
I'll answer that. Maybe this will be the answer for the couch here. Uh, it's just weather, Dom. We all don't live in California. Sometimes it's just a little bit too cold to go outside. And when you start grilling and it's cold, it takes longer because then the grill has to warm up from all the coldness outside. And
Yeah.
then it's just
Oh, ovens and stoves, pots and pans,
However,
air
I would
fryers.
say that there have been times, now that I'm thinking about it, is like, why don't I grill? Um, grilling in the cold is actually probably a little bit closer to the way that our ancestors made food.
Yeah.
You have to go into the cold, keep the fire going to provide for the family. But these days, fuel comes from a pipe from the side of the house.
Yeah. No, I have, I mean, I use so much that I have 3 propane tanks at all times.
Yeah. My question is, where do you find all this time to grill, Dom? Do you work? Do you even have a job?
It's on Sunday, bro. I was actually reading while I was grilling. It was very nice. The family was inside. They were all playing a game, and I abstained from games as much as I could this weekend because it's been getting a little out of control. So when Bentley would ask, I would play for a little bit, and then I would stop. But yeah, I do. That's where I find the time. I stopped playing Roblox. We're in North Carolina. My husband will grill off the back porch, fire the grill, pop. Nice. Yeah. See, pop inside and out. Put an umbrella up if it's raining or snowing. Yeah, it is a tough life. I
Yeah,
know.
a grill with an umbrella. No fire hazard there. No fire hazard there, Dom.
I mean, if it's raining, how do you grill? You need an umbrella. It's simple, simple mathematics.
Got to make your fire. Got to control your fire. Got to control your heat. Well, yeah. Our weekend was
Oh,
it
I'm
was
sorry,
calm.
Chels.
It was a weekend of relative calmness to our past few weeks. So, um, kept it despite the events that we had. I try to keep it quiet and calm. A
Mm-hmm.
little more focus, less on the things that I have to do, a little bit more on the things that I can do more for the people in my house.
Okay.
Because despite, we're I think we've all been kind of open with the medical stress, how it affects the kids, and now it's kind of a return to making it an environment that kind of sustains calmness despite that. So, Friday sleepover that ended in a stayover. So I got to go pick up one kid from I don't call it a failed sleepover. Just I think she just likes being at her house.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um, I didn't ask many questions. It's a good friend. Uh, the two girls click very much, but sometimes you just want to sleep in your own bed. Um, so we let that roll. Saturday, I had to wake up at 7 o'clock. I woke up at 6:30. I played soccer at 7 o'clock. Indoor
Mm,
soccer with my
hmm,
oldest soccer team. No pulled muscles, despite very
nice.
minimal stretching. That was really good. A little bit of thought of like how great is it that as these kids get into teenage years, we can still be a part of what they're doing and not just sitting on the sidelines. Like we're actually, for as long as we can, where where I don't know, source of learning still,
Good.
because those years are quickly coming to a transition point as they get into teenage years, marked by the day after, where I drove my oldest to a date with a boy
Oh, really?
who's actually very nice. It was like this is a stand up gentleman. We walked up. It was an ice skating date. Drove him up, drove her up there. Kid I'm familiar with from school, um, and met his mom. And like as I so one of the things I think I might have said this before, but there's times when I'm in public and I come across a kid and I
Yeah.
say, "Hey, how's it going?" There's like a brief second where a parent is like, "Who's this man talking to you?" And I have to kind of remind them that I am a teacher, not some just weird old guy.
You don't
Uh,
walk around with that jacket with the patches on the elbows so that everybody knows.
yeah, I have one of those. I do have a corduroy blazer. Um, but it was a really nice little maybe letting go point where we went up to the window for ice skating. I pulled out my wallet. The boy, who I will call a gentleman at this point, pulled out his phone and paid for his and Kira's uh, skates.
Mhm.
So it's like I had to. It was like the first time, and maybe David can comment on this. It was like the first time where it's like I kind of released that duty to another another
Yeah.
male, another person. Um,
Yeah.
but it was great. The parents are like super awesome. Um,
Nice.
and at one point, she texted. It was like an hour after I dropped her off, and send me a request for Roblox. I was like, "Aren't you ice skating right now?" She's like, "Yeah, we're done." And like I just sent one little tip. I was like, "Hey, here's just a little dad dating tip. Like, ask him if he wants to go do something outside because it's nice out."
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if
Did
that
they
was. I think that ended up being cringy, but
did you approve the Roblox
I ended up doing it. Yeah,
eventually?
because yeah, um, it's in my head. I was like,
Dad.
well, in my head, it's like one of those points where I'm like, okay, hopefully she remembers that point, like a few years from now when whatever whoever she's with, that comes up. It's like how to conduct those little interactions. So it probably just came across as cringy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty like 100% sure it was just cringe. Um, and then a little bit of cleaning, and then just focused on sitting still and being calm and collected while
Yeah.
the weekend was still here before the week starts. So,
Nice.
um,
Well, that's
Bruffets,
cool.
Bruffets, I'm sorry. I did not have my shirt off. I did not have a shotgun, and I did not have my riverboat poker tour friends with me to scare him off.
I saw this reel the other day of a dad and his daughter, and he's like, if you can make this bottle flip, then you can start dating. And she like goes to flip the bottle and he just kicks it like like as hard as he can. It just reminded me of Brofit.
I
Like
think I,
doing
I,
stuff like that.
I think I saw that
Yeah.
a while ago. But yeah, it was just one of those points where it's like, I know exactly how Brian's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, I don't want my kids to be dating until high school, but then it happens, and then I'm like, oh, we're here, or we're at the dating stage,
Yeah.
and all you really can do is it's like you just kind of see how things play out, and if you have good feelings about the situation or the person, then go to the next step and let it grow. So
We have plenty of time to wear Brofit down.
no,
He's still in those early denial stages. It's okay.
no, Brian, you have to average it out. You have to take your intended age for your daughter to start dating and her intended age to start getting crushes, and you meet in the middle, and then you also move it back a few years towards her preference. That's about the sweet spot to where dating starts.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, just do, you know what you're supposed to do, right? You're just supposed to you're just supposed to teach her what a real man is like so that she goes and finds and courts and crushes on the good ones. The ones that open the door for her or pick up her dropped pen or her notebook or whatever.
No, here's what you do. You put some shotgun shells in your pocket with your wallet. So when you pull out your wallet, you just kind of like
A couple
yank it
fall on
out,
the floor.
and then like all these spent shells just kind of it's kind
Oh
of
man.
all over the place.
Just Chelsea's it's her own son. She goes, I got three, but not this one.
How did you
Definitely not the
how did you meet your husband? Well, a long time ago, my parents were involved in this online chat.
and this mom said not this one, but I took a chance on him. We could change Theo. Yes, exactly. You have so much time, bro. Fit 20 years is a lifetime away. Ah, all right. I
10,
think
10 years, Brian. Be realistic.
Dom, do the reading.
Reading down. Did you do it?
yes. Yes, indeed.
Shoot.
It
Give
was
us a breakdown.
it was a good one. Yeah. It's very, 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 very well written. A good reminder. What did Brofit say? Oh, he gave the middle finger. Got it. I was like, what do I have to prove here? Cool. Just leave that one up there for the rest of the show. Um,
I'm gonna put that
that's
on my shirt.
um, no, I mean, I love the reminder of keeping things out of accomplishment based love, like the conditional love and support for kids versus just letting them know that they're enough. They're a special little snowflake in this world. The world's made a better place by their life, by their life force. They may not feel it every day and at every times with every group of person, but I think eventually through trial and error, we all kind of like find our place that is right. Um, and you go in and out of places. Like sometimes it's right for a moment, sometimes and then it turns and you move on. So I like the reminder. I appreciate it. It's definitely one I should send my girls.
Yeah, I think that is important, especially when there's so many things. Probably school's number one, where value may be attributed to, or I would say maybe self-worth or worth might be attributed to grades or competency or production, those kind of things. And I think that also extends into it. I mean, it extends into adult life too.
Hmm.
It's like there's things, there's there's patterns that I've fallen before. Is like, it's like, how productive am I? Am I doing enough based on the things that I intended to do? It's like, small example, studio time. Am I producing? And talked a little bit last week. I think I got to a point where I was like, I think that just the load I'm giving myself is just maybe not sustainable for the other things that I want to do. So I'm definitely in more of like a kind of a step back and chill mode for sure. This weekend helped a little bit with that.
Good.
Um, I did the reading today, but then I also went back to the other 2 days as well. We got the 21st, where we're talking about being their friend, not just their parent. 22nd, which is helping them carry. What I put for notes here? Carrying the support you give them or the love you give them. How do you help them feel that every day, or even when they're out of the house, or when they graduate, or when they're on a date with a person of
Hmm.
of correct age? And then today is value. So I think it's good little connection. I haven't done very much weekend recaps, but I put a little bit of time into this morning in connecting that, so it's not just such a cold start on a Monday. Also,
Are you saying you want to go back to 7 days a week?
no, we can just do a weekend recap on Mondays. That's fine. Maybe we even do like a Friday recap of the week. Do you think that's
Hmm.
sustainable?
No.
Me neither. Just wanted to ask. Just wanted confirmation.
That's why I had to boot the other Turner. He was putting too many rules on me, and I just wanted to come here and shoot the shit every morning.
Yeah. So yeah, just some good little tokens to take with us into the week. I'll say that way. Maybe that's just the frame of mind I'm in right now, is a little bit of openness and letting these things in a bit.
Yeah. I mean, like going back to what we were talking about the dating thing, and that kind of ties in with all of these readings here is, over the past 12 years, you and Kristen have instilled something in your daughter and your daughters that even when you're not with them, they're looking for, the right person, the right situation. They're interacting with people the right way. And that's giving you the confidence to now drop her off with someone you kind of know, kind of don't know, and have this interaction together. And you can't be with them every step of the way. You can't message them, every 5 seconds, some sort of, I love you for who you are. But I think if you've done enough of that, laid enough of that groundwork in these early years, they'll have that voice, that positive voice in their head, like that we've kind of talked about. Like that's our goal right now, is to give them that better voice, that positive self-talk, maybe something we didn't get, something slightly better than what we have in our own head,
Yeah.
as we work to fix the one in our heads at the
Yeah.
same
Well,
time.
I mean, you have a teenage daughter.
I do.
I always
Two of them,
defer.
actually.
I always defer to David as far as like older teenage relationships go. And as I was walking up and like, as we were driving there, like in my head, I was like, this is like a first for me
Mhm.
as far as being a part of this process.
Did you, like, jump out and take a picture of it real quick?
No, I did not. It was just in my head. I was just, I just a little moment of being thankful that it wasn't something that was kind of being secretive, because like when I was growing up, it just seemed like everything, and it wasn't anything that my parents said or did. It was just maybe it was just picked up by friends, or how I approach those young crushes is like those things have to be kept secret,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
And I was very happy at the moment because I was involved in it without pushing back or
That
asking questions or being inquisitive in the way
prying,
that
yeah.
like I kind of grew up expecting like those young little relationships to go. I mean, maybe it was movies, about like, secret loves that, the the conclusion is like they have to, really yell at their parents that this person is important to them, like those Rat Pack movies.
Mhm.
Uh,
And the
so
parents on the other end saying, "You'll never see him again."
yeah, and then as on the way home, I was just thinking, is like, where my thought on the way home from that was like, where did those like preconceived notions of relationships come from
Hmm.
to me as a 13-year-old? Maybe it was self-confidence. I don't know. Like it's the boy that we were with, he was like, kind of quiet, but uh besides that, just, he's, just present and kind. And I
Yeah.
think I think that is a little tip of a hat to his parents. Or maybe I'm just overthinking all this and we're just two kids just wanted to hang out, you know?
Quite possibly. But I mean, you're not wrong. Like I'm thinking back to like my childhood, and I think Chels is saying in here too. Like I think it was a little bit more secretive. Whereas like I've, you know, known details about each one of the boys Bailey's dated. I've met a couple. Um, I don't it doesn't seem, and it's usually from the start. Like I think maybe I'm on like a 1 or 2 week delay, whereas Amy, it's like right away. She knows.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I think
I think my relationships, I don't know that my parents knew about them. Definitely not my dad, but my mom at some point.
Yeah, I never talked about it. I think I just showed up one day with my first girlfriend, and we hung out and watched the movie at her house. Like no talking. It's just like, oh, okay, here's I guess Jason brought a girl home, and they're watching a movie,
Yeah.
and so just a little perspective shift from a girl dad, I guess. So at some point, I hope she remembers this as a positive and less cringy experience than maybe it was yesterday. Um,
Oh,
I have a
awesome.
soft boiled stop here at 7:01.
Soft boiled stop.
Yeah.
7-0. Wait, it's 01 right now.
Yeah, that's it. It's it. That's me.
You gotta give Chels like a 3 or 5 minute warning.
I
Just
can't.
hold your ears and say la la la.
I don't like that. I can't put comments up on the screen. I did do a very little bit of research on other platforms besides StreamYard. StreamYard, I hope you're listening because we're leaving and we're taking our viewers with us. Um, Found a bean pod, pea pod, bean pod. I don't know. They all have weird names, but we'll see. We'll see where this social.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just going to be as long as it can connect to the platforms, I think it's okay. We can just try a bunch of them, and the back end's going to be like the weirdest thing for me. Like I'm used to this, and when things change and I'm not used to, if it's a completely different studio and I can't do the same things, it's going to bother me. But we'll see.
I'm sure they're all similar somehow. So
Just purchased a shotgun.
don't worry, everybody. We'll keep you in mind.
Brofit goes to Texas in a month. He comes back with a bunch of shotguns. And
And
it's only Mama Bear says only one. Spoken like someone who has way more than one.
mind shotgun, mental mind bullets. It's abandoned.
Oh, well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. The chat was on fire today, as we know, as we love. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Just figured. Everything's bigger in Texas. Get bigger guns.
More bigger guns with more barrels and bigger shells and smaller
Um,
pockets to hold them in. All right, I gotta go. Love you all.
See you, buddy. See you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And we leaving. Poor Theo. Theo's
Yeah,
getting trashed today. See you, buddy.
see ya.
Hard stop, guys.